There's a verse that's really challenging for me, and it's in 1 John. It's in 1 John 3:18, where he says, "Little children, let us not love with word or with tongue, but in deed and in truth." What does that mean? Well, I think there's a couple of explanations for this idea of what it means to love, the way we act and behave. You see, it's easy to say, I love somebody. Even in John, he talked about the world will know we are disciples if we have love for one another. And I think it's in the middle of our conflict and in times in which we're not doing well, or maybe we're in relationship pain, or just things aren't going well, where we can find ourselves facing something really important. This ability to love somebody beyond just saying we love them. We do this in deed, right? And in truth. It's a great opportunity for us to be able to show love in the midst of differences. Francis Schaeffer one time said this quote, "When everything is going well, right, and we're all standing around in a nice little circle, there's not much to be seen by the world." But then he said this, "But when we come to the place where there are real differences, right, where we exhibit and have to exhibit uncompromised principles, but at the same time, observable love, then there is something that the world can see, right? Something that they can use to judge that these really are Christians and that Jesus really has indeed been sent by the Father." So how do we do this well? How do we love well? How do we love another person in the midst of our differences? Well, here's a couple of quick steps. I think we have to learn, whenever we're in this, to learn how to calm down. Find that place where we can take a time out and just be and reflect on some of those deeper emotions and feelings that we might have going on inside of us, right? These feelings are great insights into what we might be going on, not necessarily right or wrong, but good information as the status of our soul. And then you could also do something else. Soften your hurtful responses. I think this is really important. It gives us a chance to love somebody when we're able to not only yell out or scream out, but just simply being able to soften those responses. So healthy marriages are emotionally and physically safe. Interactions are free from the four horsemen, criticism and contempt, defensiveness and stonewalling. And then we're able to then begin to care for our other person, this roommate or friend's or spouse's heart. This means empathy, understanding their feelings. So you do this by putting yourselves in your mate's shoes, trying to see from their perspective. Another thing you can do to help you put into action 1 John 3:18 is you do this by listening, right? Helping them feel heard and understood and cared for, and then valuing them more than you value yourselves. Philippians 2:3 is a great verse, right? The basis of intimacy and empathy in relationships is to not only look out for your own interests, but also for the interest of others. And we can do this in a way in which we put into practice this way of not just loving somebody in word or in tongue, but in deed and in truth.